tutorial. My name is Emmanuel. In this tutorial, we'll be creating the sample of the roll-up banner we have on our screen here. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you are new to this channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. Now the first thing we want to do is to impute the dimension for our design, and to do that we'll head on to the three dot here and then we'll head on to image size. The dimension for this roll-up banner is going to be 3213 pixels by 7559 pixels, and that's the standard size, and we'll click OK. Now that we have it there, we're going to remove these images that we have here so that we'll have a plain canvas for our design. So we'll just remove this. So the next thing we want to do is to bring our elements onto our design canvas. First, we'll add a shape and then we'll drag it all the way to fit onto our screen, and then we'll click OK. Next up, we'll add an image from our gallery, and this image will serve as the header background for this design. So we'll locate the image and then we have it here. We'll click OK and we'll try to position it somewhere here nicely, and we have it here. So we'll head onto the layers panel and then we'll lock it so that we have it in place. So the next thing we want to add is our other elements, and we're going to add another shape, and then we'll scale it a little bit and we'll change the color from all we have there to a red, and we'll click on OK. So we'll just place this around here and we'll scale it a little bit. We'll scale it, and then we want to rotate it a bit so that we have a slant kind of effect there. So we want to change the color of this shape from what we have there to a blue color. So we'll use this shade of blue and then we'll click OK. The next thing we want to do is to duplicate this shape, and we'll make a copy and then we'll place it over here and we'll reduce the size. And we'll also change the color of this from this to a cyan color, so a lighter version of this blue, and we have it here. So we'll just place it around here nicely. So the next one we want to do is to give this shape a slant effect. So we'll add another shape from our gallery and then we'll place it over here because we want the edge to be like a diagonal edge. So with that there, we're going to group this and this together, and then we'll merge them. And we'll have them here. So we want to remove the white color so that we have a plain shape there. So we'll go to erase color and we'll activate it, and it deletes that for us. So we have it there. So we'll head on to layers panel and then we'll lock this so that we have them in place. So we are going to add another shape. So we'll head on to the plus icon and then head on to shapes, and we'll add this, and we'll change the color of this from white to black, and then we have it there nicely. So we'll just position it here and we'll click on OK. So we'll rotate it and then we'll reduce the size a bit and we'll place it over here. So we'll place it over here nicely, and we want to also give this that slant effect. So we'll also add another shape and then we'll place it over here like this. So we are going to add another shape. So we'll head on to the plus icon and then head on to shapes, and we'll add this, and we'll change the color of this from white to black, and then we have it there nicely. So we'll just position it here and we'll click on OK. So we'll rotate it and then we'll reduce the size a bit and we'll place it over here. So we'll place it over here nicely, and we want to also give this that slant effect. So we'll also add another shape and then we'll place it over here like this. So we'll match the black and white together, and then we'll head on to erase color and we'll activate it to remove the white that we have there, and we have it nicely there. So the next thing we want to do is to create an overlay over this picture. So we want to create a blue overlay over the picture. We'll head onto the plus icon and we'll add another shape, right? I will scale this shape all the way like this, and then we'll change the color to this, and we'll click on OK, and then we'll select it and we'll reduce the opacity down to about 30 pixels, and we'll click on OK. So we'll drag it all the way down below below the layer of our image here, on top of this image here, and we have it there. So the next thing we want to do is to add some effects on to our design. So we'll head on to the plus icon and then to the gallery, and we'll locate the image we want to use for that effect, and we have it here nicely. So we'll just flip this and then we'll add it onto our design like this. So let's just scale this, scale it up like this, and we have it here. So I'll just select it and I'll bring it on top of this, and then I'll reduce the opacity down to about 20, and I have it there nicely. So what I want to do is to crop the bottom part of that image. I'll select that image there and I'll use the crop tool to crop it all the way to this point, and I have it there nicely. So I'll lock all my layers so that I have them locked in place. So I have them there nicely. So the next thing I want to do is to start adding my text. So I head onto the plus icon and then to text, and what we'll have here is learn early. That's the first text we have, learn early. So we have it. We'll click on OK and then rotate it, and then what we want to do is to change the font for this. So we'll head on to the font, and I have a font that I installed here. So if you don't know how to install a font on Pixellab, I will leave a link in the description of this video on how to install fonts to Pixellab. So we're going to use this railway medium, and we have it here. So we'll reduce the size of this text, reduce the size, and then we're going to increase the spacing in between the letters. and we have it there nicely. The next text we want to add is Kids Digital Academy. So we'll add this Kids Digital, but we'll add the academy on a separate line. So with that selected, we'll head on to font and we'll change our font to a font that I have installed here. The name of the font is Go Bold. So if you don't know how to install a font on Pixellab, I will leave a link to a tutorial I made on how to install fonts on Pixellab in the description of this video. So we have it there, and we'll change the color from white to black. So we have it, and we'll change it to black, and then we'll head on to the plus icon again. I'll add another text, and this text that we'll be adding is academy, and we have it there. So we'll head on to font as well, and then we're still going to be using Go Bold for this, and we have it there, and we'll rotate, place it here, and we'll increase the line spacing for this, the letter spacing, increase it. I want to reduce the size of this text a little to about 35, and we have it there nicely. So let's just slant this text by going to style, and then we italicize it, and we have it slant that way. So we'll head on to the layers panel, and then we'll lock all this text so that we have them in place. So the next text we want to add is 2022 edition. So we'll just make a copy of this. We'll just make a copy of this, and then we'll bring it down, and we'll type 2022, and we'll click on OK. So we'll head on to padding. I'll increase the padding on the right hand side, and we have it there. So we'll scale this up, and we'll have it over here nicely, and we'll change the color of this from what we have there to this blue, and we'll click on OK. So the next text we want to add is edition. So we'll type edition, and we'll click OK. So we'll change the color from white to black, and then we'll have it. And we'll also change the font to something stylish, and we'll use this. So we'll just rotate this, and we'll increase the size. So we have it there. So the next thing we want to add is the barcode. So we'll head on to the plus icon, and from gallery, and we'll locate the barcode that we have there. And we have it here, and we'll click on OK. So we'll scale it all the way down, reduce the size, and we'll have it over here nicely. Yeah, our design is coming to life. So the next thing we'll be adding is the syllable, what they might be covering for this training. So add it, and we'll change the color of this from what we have to a black color, and then we're going to make this text bold, and we'll reduce the size all the way down to 30, and we'll increase the spacing. And we have it there nicely. So we want to add the syllables, and head on to text and we'll type it. So I already have it. I'll just paste it and I click OK. So I'll change the color from white to blue, and then align it to the center, and then I'll reduce the size of this to about 20, and I'll have it here nicely. So the next thing I want to add is a separating line. So I head on to the plus icon and I add a shape, and I'll change the color of this to black, and then I'll scale it all the way down because I want it really thin. So I have it there nicely, and then I'll simply select that, and I'll use the arrow key, the positioning tool, and I'll bring it all the way down like this, and I check, then I'll position it to the center. So the next thing I'll be adding is a text, a kind of a tagline. So I'll copy this and then drag it all the way down, and I'll add my tagline: creativity at its peak. So I have my tagline, and then I will reduce the letter spacing, and then I'll reduce the size of the text as well, all the way to 20, and I have it over here. So I'll just increase the letter spacing a bit. So I have it there nicely, and I'll position it to the center, and then I'll bring this down a bit. Change the color of this line to this blue here, and I have it nicely. So I'll add a shape and position it here, and I'll change the color to this, and I have it, and I'll rotate, bring it here just to have some nice looking effect here. So I'm just trying to arrange this to put them in place properly. So we have this. So we'll make a little we'll create a little effect on the main background of our design. So let's add a shape and we'll scale it like this. We'll change the color to this, and then we'll drag it all the way down. And we'll reduce the opacity of this all the way down to, let's say, 20, and we'll add this image that we have from our gallery. So bring it down all the way down. So we have it here. And then we're going to reduce the opacity all the way down to about 25%, and we'll click on OK. So guys, as you can see, we've come to the end of this design. If you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button to subscribe. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.